Welcome to Soccer As We Like It, the Man United Direction, the channel for United and football fans. Don't forget to like, share, subscribe. We are the biggest and best fan channel in the United States. Joining me today is Joe, the Positive Soul Man. Joe, welcome to the show. We
Hey,
know
what's
that
up? What's
Eric,
up?
we know that Eric Ten Hag got fired this weekend. I mean, it came to you as a shock. I think most no one saw that coming. But it is what it is. You know, it is what it is. We did not see it coming. We saw the results were bad, but we didn't expect him to be fired like the next day. You know, there's a saying in England, he's getting sacked in the morning. We didn't even hear those songs. That's getting sacked in the
Yeah,
morning.
yeah,
So
yeah.
we
I mean, definitely. That was something that, yeah, you would imagine. It's not. It wasn't even something that was, um, like even rumored. So, shout out to the boardroom, right? Is at least in the boardroom, everything's been kept quiet. They're locking it down as far as
yeah, they
things
were
coming out.
harsh, quick.
They were maybe. You know what? I don't think it was probably harsh. I'm sure he understood. I'm sure the
Mm,
terms were given to him, right?
mm,
And I'm sure he was like, he had to, they had to have given him the terms, hey, win this next 5 games or you're out. And if he agreed to it, it's like, yeah. And I'm sure as soon as that Bowen penalty kick went in, he saw his man. Can you imagine the penalty kick happened? And then like, yeah, I feel terrible for him
because yeah,
because
yeah,
these guys sold out another manager.
if you saw his press conference, he kept emphasizing that VAR was a disgrace and this and that. He blamed, but I could see he was fighting a losing battle at this point. And I don't know if it was you who was talking about on our show on Sunday that when these men just start arguing unnecessarily, it's always towards that's always the end. Like Marino was doing
Listen,
that and getting resolution, getting resolute and getting stubborn and hostile to the rest of the
li-
questions.
bro, like when he started doing it, like I said, like last week, I'm like, wait a
Yeah.
minute, this is a simulation. Like, wait, how is it that our managers are just like the arc is the same exact thing,
Yeah,
right?
it is. It
Come
is.
in, good bounce, start having issues with certain
Mm,
players.
mm,
The media go back and forth,
mm,
right? Whether
mm,
the team likes the way he handled the situation or not, for
mm,
some
mm,
reason, that there's disgruntled employees. We start
mm,
now having leaks,
mm.
and then the performances go down.
Yep.
We start never being able to just kick on. Whenever
Mm,
we have the opportunity to level up, we don't. We don't play entire halves,
mm,
entire games anymore. It's always the best you can give us is a
mm.
half.
Right.
So
There you
if we
go.
do well in the first half, you already know. We can
If we
only
don't
hope.
score, it was done.
Remember the same exact thing. How long have we said it? The
Crystal
first
Palace.
10, 15 minutes of every game, with every manager, we've had that issue with the first 10, 15 minutes of every game or of
Yeah.
every half. It
Mm.
started happening with this guy. And then once he starts talking wild, I'm like, man, no, that means he does not
He's
have any
feeling it.
answers. He's
Mm.
feeling it. Like he just does.
Yeah.
They're out of their zone. They're thrown off. And
Yeah.
once you're thrown off, it's a wrap. It's just like you're walking the dead man walking.
Dead man
Dead
walking.
man. When you start talking about like it's, I don't know why he didn't. It's clear
And
we
that,
saw that the team was poor. He should
yeah.
have just said the team was poor and they
Mm.
didn't finish their food. We would respect that, because I'm sure the general consensus for that game was by the fans that the team, the players lost that game, not Ten Hag.
No.
The
No.
strategy worked, the tactics worked. It was the
Yeah.
players that got him sacked.
Oh, yeah. That's it. That's why Dalot's apologizing and the rest said thank you, Gaff, and all this. But, it is what it is. And they've now found a replacement in Ruben Amorim, Sporting Lisbon's coach. He has a 10 million euro release clause, which United have agreed to you know, release, activate. And he's breaking news that he's going to be United's next manager. And yeah, can he handle United? Everybody
Matt,
says, yeah, they're going to be the one to change United. This club has swallowed the greatest managers of all time. So I don't know. When I remember when Eric Ten Hag was paraded, the new Ajax manager is going to show us play some Dutch football. He knows how to play this high press, will be set it. I remember some of them. guys on the in the group were saying he knows how to set traps whereby he does high presses.
Nothing. Hey,
Nothing.
remember Total Football with Ragnick?
Yeah,
Remember Total Football?
yeah.
And we already have guys posting videos of how Sporting Lisbon plays. I'm looking at these videos and I'm
Mm,
seeing these guys making one-touch passes that
mm.
I have not seen in this team. These guys do not have the technical know-how nor the desire to play like this. If you think this guy is gonna come and have us looking like that this season, I it is my prayer that that actually happens. I will be shocked, but it would be clear to us, right, that these guys are frauds, right? Because ain't no way you can all of a sudden, learn the basics of football that you haven't been able to show the fans in the last year or so. And all of a sudden, this guy, you're auditioning for a new contract. You're auditioning to stay. That's it. And we've
Mhm.
seen that before.
We've seen that
We've
before.
seen that before.
So,
I know Scott
yes,
McTominay is out there in Napoli thinking, damn, if I could have just held on just a few more months, I'll still be at United. But what
and
are you gonna do?
Wan-Bissaka.
And Wan-Bissaka, imagine, you know, that's too bad.
Most of those
You
are
know,
players becoming surplus requirements anyway. So United now have Ruud van Nistelrooy as an interim. United made a statement saying we thank you for everything you've done. We wish you all the best in your endeavors. The standard
standard.
sacking letter. We wish you
Yeah.
all the best luck in field. We thank you for what the services and the trophies you get from Man United. Blah 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 blah. Now, Ruud van Nistelrooy will be interim manager. He took us today. His first game was home to Leicester City, who provided us, what do you want to call that? Schoolboys under
I
18s.
mean,
Well, you can
I,
only you
I
have
mean,
to beat who they put in front of
our
you.
under 23 should have been able to beat these guys. Certainly not
Exactly.
score 5 goals on them, but
Man.
they should have been
But
able to beat these guys.
there they were, a packed stadium, and United scored 5 goals. Casemiro's goal took United very early. Was 4 goals in the first half, four
Yep,
two.
certainly the best one out of the bunch. Casemiro's
Yeah,
goal easily
yeah,
just like full. I mean, the goalkeeper just didn't see that. He even gave up on the ball.
yeah. He
He had to
caught it. I
look
thought
back
he
and see
thought it
that it
was.
actually went
Yeah.
in. Yeah, I
That
thought it
was
was
good.
going
It was
out,
a
and
really
then
good goal.
great goal, great goal. Casemiro played well today.
They played well today. But should we
He
look at
did.
the opposition was playing against? Is
Yeah, I
that
mean,
yeah?
I'm not gonna get gas. And to be honest, I'm not getting gas on Sunday if we beat Chelsea. I'm
If we
not.
beat Chelsea, that'd be fantastic. So
Of course, it's always fantastic.
Amarin will be in the crowd watching his new team, looking at the players. So most of the players we're gonna be seeing, we're gonna be doing an audition, and they're gonna see them putting tackles in. You're gonna see Rafford trying to dribble and cut the ball back, do defensive duties. You're gonna see these fraudsters all trying to do a dress rehearsal for the new manager coming in. See what I mean? Which is sad. Well, this is who they
Yeah,
are.
so yeah. I mean, worst case scenario, they could actually just show us how shit they are and just completely wet the bed in front of the new manager. I That's totally within the
Oh.
scope of happening.
Oh, without
That's
a doubt.
that's
I can't put
mentality.
I won't put it beyond them. They've done that stuff before. So I mean,
Yeah,
Eric Ten Hag's first game as United manager in the Premier League, he lost at home to Brighton 2-1. Second game, he lost 4-0. They said this guy's a fraud after 2 games. But he was
I
still able to navigate us to Wembley to get a Carabao Cup, our first in 6 years. And he came third in that season. Rafa scored, what, 30 goals? The lights went out. After that, we
yeah.
lost 14 games in the Premier League. That's 14. Think about it. There are only 38 games in the Premier League. We lost 14. It's a lot of
I
points
am
dropped, bro.
I'm I am looking forward to how a lot of the Ten Hag outers, right? And I don't take pleasure in just like slagging people for making uh, ridiculously knee-jerk reactions
Hmm.
to
Hmm.
our manager.
Right.
Um, I feel like it's going to be interesting to see how long they give this guy. right? Because
Exactly.
this guy, the situation he's coming in, I'm gonna say a month and a half. This guy is coming into a situation where he's gonna be coaching players that he did not sign. He's gonna be coaching them and with a staff that he did not sign. He's coming
Yep.
into the greatest club in Europe, certainly in England, UK, right? He's coming into a hostile media environment. He's in fourth place, so the pressure, bro.
14th.
14th, the pressure. We're at the Titanic level. Is this pressure? That's what he's walking into. That's what his Monday is going to be,
Yeah.
right? That's his Monday. So I'm going to see how much patience these guys are going to have if it doesn't kick off immediately. If we don't start seeing this style of play, you
Yeah.
know, are we
What
going
is his
to?
style of play?
If people think there's what his style of play is, there's what you can do with Lisbon, right, with Sporting, right, and what you can do at United.
Yeah.
There have been plenty. Every single manager that's come here, except maybe Ole, right? Their team had an identity, right?
Mm.
And once they come here, completely gone. You can't tell me that's a coincidence. You
Man.
cannot tell me that's a coincidence that no manager has been able to come here, for good or bad, have our team look the way his old team used to be. So
Not
we'll
believe,
see.
but we'll
We'll see.
see.
I
But
hope the best for him.
the big news this week: Eric Ten Hag been sacked. Ruben Amorim's a replacement. United won the beat Leicester and now in the last eight in the Carabao Cup, led by Ruud van Nistelrooy. Is going to. I think he said he's willing. I read out something. He said, "I'm will. I Ruud van Nistelrooy. Ruben says he doesn't he will be he work he can work very well with Ruben Amorim. That's someone looking to stay on.
Wouldn't it be
That's
funny if the dude shows up and he looks at Rude and he's like, nah, not having it. Like Rude left a team that's currently in the Champions League.
yeah,
I mean,
because he thought
and then like 3 months later, he's out of a job.
exactly. Isn't that sad? That's what United do to you. It's messed up.
We'll see.
So Ruud manages to take. He's gonna be in charge of the Leicester game, which he did. He won 5-2. So
Big game.
Ruud van Nistelrooy's debut out improves Man United were right to dismiss Erik Ten Hag. That's a bit harsh.
That's who said that?
That's from the Independent.
The Independent.
Yeah.
Wow. You
Then
see, you
another
see how,
statement. You see, that's the press. Ruud van Nistelrooy is happy to help and
yo,
serve Manchester United. Is happy to help and serve Manchester United's new manager. Will Ruben Amorim accept him as his assistant? We don't know. Well, only time will tell. That's all we have time for, folks. Any last questions? Any last thoughts? Any words? What do you think? No?
um, I don't know. I just have to see.
You're still
There's so
trying
many
to
variables.
grow up,
Like I just
get
yeah,
used to the fact that Ten Hag's no more there, right? Yeah,
yeah.
it
I
takes
mean,
getting used to actually. It takes getting used to.
I don't know where any is. I don't. It depends on the kind of agreement they have with this manager. How
Mm-hmm.
long is the contract? We
Mm.
basically just spent like what, $27 million to give somebody the worst fucking football job on the planet,
Yes.
right? Because we
And we
got to
have
pay
to,
out Ten Hag 17 million.
yep.
All right, we got 10 mil release clause for this guy,
Yes.
right? Like it's this. I do not know, but I'm hoping for the best, right? I hope some of our leaders step up. I haven't seen
Mm.
it, but let's get this
Mm.
new manager bounce and try to get maybe a style of play. Which okay. So speaking, my question to you, compared to your expectations of the season before Ten Hag got sacked, have you adjusted it, or are you still gonna keep it?
I have to adjust it now with a new manager. I don't know what he's going to expect. Ruud van Nistelrooy is taking us into the quarterfinals of the Carabao Cup. Is he going to carry on from there and try and win the Carabao Cup as a first trophy for himself to put on his shelf and say, you know what, I got them a trophy in my first season. FA Cup starts in January. We are 14th, which is the priority. He's got Europa games coming. So he has a lot of work to do. So
He's got a lot.
my expectations of winning the Europa, coming top four and winning two trophies, I've had to change that. I think win a trophy and get into top six. That's the expectations now.
Win a trophy, get into top
Win
six.
one trophy and get top six.
I think that's a reasonable. I think
Yeah,
that's reasonable as well.
yeah.
Top
For a new
six.
manager, without his own
Yeah,
coaching staff, without the players,
yeah,
he doesn't.
yeah.
Maybe he
Top
might
six,
get
but
players in January.
we're not
But
getting
man,
nobody in January.
Ineos
Not
might
getting
not
nobody
want to
in
spend
January.
like no, they probably won't
The
come up
only
with
way
the
we'd
money.
get somebody in January would be like if there's like a glaring hole, like the left back position, glaring
Mm,
hole that we need to replace. But from what I'm
right.
hearing, this guy plays a 3-5-2 or something like that. He plays
Mm,
three in the back,
mm.
and we'll see about that.
We'll see about that, mate. We
Yeah,
will
we'll see
see.
about that. Yeah,
Well, viewers, thank you for joining us today. As you know, we have got a new manager now, Ruben Amorim. How much time will fans give him? How much time will the media start poking holes like, oh, what kind of football? What's the pattern of play? What's his style? Only time will tell. Don't
we
forget to
have
like, share,
Tottenham
subscribe.
next,
We have Spurs on, yeah, in the Carabao Cup
17th,
on 17th.
17th of
And
December. Newcastle versus I think Brentford. Arsenal versus Crystal Palace,
so it's
and
an all Premiership
Liverpool.
affair.
Oh yeah, yeah. All championship teams got
Ooh.
eliminated today.
Not gonna be easy, bro.
Yeah,
It's gonna be easy.
yeah. It's
But
not gonna be easy.
thanks for coming on, bro. And don't forget to like, share, subscribe. We shall see you on the next one. Joe, take us home.
Glory, glory,
We're Man
Man
United.
United.
Have a
All
nice
right.
one. Take it
Let me
easy.